It's impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what do we got going on today? We got an interview with my friend Josh. We got Samantha over here working the chat. Samantha, would you like to introduce our guest today?
Good evening, everyone. And we have one of our very best besties.
Our very best besties?
Oh, our very best bestie. We have already done an interview with him once, and he is awesome.
Right? It's been a while.
Okay, say hello, Josh.
Hello, Bitcoin and Coffee community. It's an honor to be here. I don't have as much insight as Eugene and Samantha, but yeah, I've been around for a little while, so hopefully this goes well. So my lamp broke, so the lighting is a little bad. Sorry about that.
No, you're not bad. It's good. I know. Everybody's nervous. Like, I remember you being nervous.
Oh, yeah, especially on my first interview with Adam Meister.
Adam Meister. He looks like some Darth Vader horrible crap. He is in our child's room, and there's like a
red light on in the background, so it messed the whole thing up.
Worst thing ever.
So we decided to bring our friend Josh on today. He's into the Project Eternity, so we figured we'd let him talk about that for a little bit, right? And then we talk about Bitcoin. Everybody wants to talk about Bitcoin. It's been, the hot topic lately. We've been having the price moving out of the bear market into the bull market. So where's his portfolio at? Where is he coming along the way? Has he changed his mind any of these projects? But Samantha, at first, would you pull out that screen share so we can go ahead and take a look at these cryptocurrency markets together on Coin Paprika? I think I even have Eternity pulled up so we can take a quick look at that as well. I even got the dual monitors set up out here in the backyard so I can see what Samantha's doing over there without getting up.
Do you see it?
I do see it. Look at that. We got the BTC dominance coming in there at 65.08%. Not bad, but sliding backwards a little bit. People still hoping for that altcoin season, right? Right now, I mean, Josh is just like everybody else. They love those altcoins. They're hurting a little bit. Most of them are down about 80-something%. Some of them are down even more.
I'm ridiculous. I just scooted over so that you could sit next to me, even after, directly following when you said, I have a screen. Whatever. Okay.
Old habits are hard to break. So the market cap getting closer to that $300 billion mark, coming in at $290 billion, down almost a full percent. Nothing to really worry about. Cryptocurrency markets are extremely volatile, as we could pick up $1,000 in 30 minutes. We got BTC coming in at $10,598. That's down only 1.27%. Besides that, not too much going on with the market here. We got Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision. It's up 2%. The biggest mover here in the top 10. Some sideways action. Not a bad way to close out a Sunday, but the indicators are what's happening with the market. Where are we going from here? Are we going to be seeing $12,000? Are we going to get past that $11,000 barrier? Or are we sliding backwards? Are we going to start filling some of those CME gaps and heading back down to $8,000? Or are we headed for Tone Vays's all-time lows of like $2,000 as he's predicted before?
Oh, no.
Do you want to pull up?
Going up.
Would you mind pulling up the next one over there, Samantha?
Are we doing Eternity?
Yes, of course.
Yay!
We even have it on Coin Market Cap. Look at that. We got Eternity coming in at 31 cents, down 4.8%. So how long have you been with the project, Josh? I mean, have you been holding, it's been at least 4 to 6 months since the last time we interviewed.
That's when
I think we interviewed, we interviewed last December, right after the mainnet launched.
Oh, yeah.
I've been holding for about 2 years. I actually invested the first day of the ICO.
Oh, so look at you. Yes.
The price is actually higher than it was then.
Okay.
But I'm not getting all the gains because I was stupid and got hacked at one point.
I do remember you talking about that in the first one. Yeah.
I bought it at 4 cents and it's at like 30 cents now. So I can't complain too much.
Right, that is not that bad, and I mean, 2 years is a definite.
That's in it for the long term. Did you take a little profit then at the peak there back in December?
I did. I sold like 10% of my bags at the very top.
I mean,
at
Oh,
$5.
you sound like a Eugene.
at least
yes.
at least you took some profits at the top there, so that way you're not kicking yourself right now.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. I
a
put
little
it back in, and it's I put it back in. I diversified a little bit, and it worked out. So I'm getting back to where I was. I have faith.
So, Samantha, would you pull up the next one over there? This one's up Josh's neck of the woods a little bit. As you can see, Josh, we're trying to get out there once again and pass out those flyers that we like to make with the embedded QR code to get you started on Bitcoin. And we got a festival. It's the first one. It's the Wakana Festival. I like this. I like Liquid Stranger. I mean, I've been coming back to the EDM scene here pretty much since we've been doing these flyers, so I don't know exactly who's who. You turned us on to the Midnight Tyrannosaurus. We've been
my
digging
Lord,
that.
I love him. Yes.
Yeah,
And
this festival is gonna be dope.
so, I mean, Liquid Stranger, I mean, this is going to be great. And with the camping and the 4 days, I'm looking to expand on what we do and not just pass out the flyers and see if we see a response on the backside from people joining the community.
I really do think that we'll be able to have a lot more of the conversation that we were trying to all of the other times, and it literally was not. Granted, we did see a lot of the same people at all of the festivals, and we did talk to some of them, but it's like, they're going to be sleeping and eating breakfast and I mean all of it at some point, and we'll be able to jump on them and like.
See, I'm thinking that we just bring a bunch of extra supplies, and I mean, if they're anything like our kid, they're going to be ill prepared. So as we're like passing out extra food and blankets and things, we'll be like, "Hey, Bitcoin's here to stay. It's the future."
Yeah, you can meet the mommy and daddy to like a whole circumference around our
rave parents.
That'll work. Yes.
Josh has donated already to this. We like to think of it as a carbon offset. I mean, the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin especially, has no marketing department. So everybody has to do a little bit. If Bitcoin doesn't make it, your altcoin is not going to make it either. A couple Satoshis for Sam is what we like to call it here.
If Bitcoin doesn't make it, we're not going to make it.
No, we're not going to make it. We're all going to be paying in Libra coin as we're all working for corporations which are subsidiaries of Facebook and Amazon as they become one.
Some soul-sucking nothing, okay?
Would you go ahead and stop that screen share so everybody can go ahead and look at mine and Josh's adorable face?
I see you.
All right. Sam has to click some buttons so I can see what's going on over here.
I do.
And you might want to pull up the chat, see if we got anybody hanging out with us.
Well,
hey, for once, I can actually see what's happening in the chat. If you slide it over just a little bit, because this screen is smaller.
Man, you're
by the top.
So many questions.
Making it difficult.
Yeah, because you're asking things I'm not sure I'm capable of doing, bro. I'm just saying.
Other way.
Really?
Yeah, like towards there. A little more.
Towards your
There
face?
you go. I can read it.
So now I don't see your face, but you get to see the chat.
Good
That's
enough.
all that matters. Alrighty.
So who's here? Who's hanging out with us? What's going on, Samantha? Do we got anybody in the chat, or is it just the three of us tonight talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies out here on the internet?
Well, we have Crypto Cleanse.
Somebody
Yeah,
new. Nice.
new.
Thanks. I appreciate you coming out. If you guys are enjoying this video, if you guys love Bitcoin, make sure you guys smash the like button out there. It really helps this video show up on the side of all these other YouTubers, right? Bring them back to the community.
Nuke that shit, as Crypto Love might say.
Right? Yes. Tone Vase is talking about government again.
Is he still on? I seen that he
Yeah.
started broadcasting a while ago. I caught some of his stuff this morning. He hasn't changed his drum beat in a year, so I mean, at this point,
a Debbie Downer. Like, he really is. I don't know, man. Yes, I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, and wow, every time he is a Debbie Downer. Paul Rouleau is here. He says, "Good
Paul
evening,
Rouleau,
good people."
buddy, I appreciate you coming out here as always, my man.
John from Malibu says, "Greetings from the ungodly
John from
hot
Malibu.
Palm Springs, California."
Every time it just makes me dream about a better life.
I know.
For a quick moment, it's like I'm John from Malibu as well.
I know. Malibu.
Yep.
Come on.
Drop top convertible cruising down the street with the palm trees all over.
That was almost a song. Yep. Yeah.
Well, you guys know I'm tone deaf and can't sing, so.
And Josh's Katie is here. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie. Thanks for joining us. All right, so we should probably
Hi,
get
Katie.
something going here. What are you thinking about that we're about to have the first Lightning Conference? Right? We're looking at October 19th and 20th. Unfortunately, it's in Berlin, Germany.
Okay, so
So,
not easily
not easily accessible for me and you, Josh, but maybe we'll be able to, watch online or something, right?
I hope so.
Right? I mean,
Lightning is very important to scaling Bitcoin. So,
what about this statistic that's been coming out where they're talking about wrapped Bitcoins and the ERC20 tokens is starting to gain a lot of traction? And I think that the numbers, I don't have them exactly written out in front of me, but it's something like we're getting really close to them becoming equivalent, that there's almost the same number of Bitcoins wrapped in the ERC20 token as there are Bitcoins hosted on the Lightning Network. Like they could be equal by the end of this year.
I don't know. I really do have faith in Lightning. Like, I like it.
I mean, I find that to be a very controversial topic right there,
that
so many people are going ahead and finding it safe enough to wrap their Bitcoin in an ERC20 token instead of going ahead and starting to run a Lightning node and learning the next set of technology for our layer 2 solutions. They're willing to lean towards alternative chains.
I mean, ERC20, yes.
Maybe that'll pan out when ETH 2.0 comes out, but right now, is Ethereum, like, are transactions cheaper? Is it more secure? I'm not sure about that. So maybe in the long run it's good, but
I mean, the only reason I could see the benefit to it is that you can have the smart contract decentralized exchanges pretty much, and that you'll have something to be able to trade against Bitcoin.
True.
I mean,
yeah, but that's kind of like some back assward shadiness. Like, what?
Yes, ultimately you need a smart contract that's capable of interacting across all of these different chains on an atomic swap level.
Yes, not doing it like.
Well, I mean, you know me, I'm always like, do it right or don't bother doing it at all. So.
Yeah, literally the motto of Eugene's life.
So you were talking about eternity, Josh, before we cut you off on this and started ranting about Bitcoin as we tend to do around here. You were saying you've been in for 2 years. You were saying you took a little bit of profit at the top. We've seen that the price was down a little bit today. Is there anything new going on in the works? Is there anything that you'd like to talk about? I know that you've made a couple of YouTube videos and you've posted them. You want to talk about any of that?
Yeah, I'm up. I've posted a couple dozen YouTube videos about eternity, dating back to December 2018. I have a rap video. That's the first video that I saved on my YouTube. I have a whole list here about stuff that Eternity's doing. It's kind of a lot. Like, Eternity's moving kind of fast compared to Bitcoin, but at the same time, development and apps and usability is a little bit obscure still. So, yeah.
Adoption is always one of those things that it's the hardest hurdle for cryptocurrencies to overcome. I mean, we're still having this problem with Bitcoin, and then when you start talking about these altcoins, the hurdle is still there. I mean, they all have these same ASICs, right? That's another one of those hurdles. Getting adopted on multiple exchanges, right?
Like merging and doing stuff with other people.
I don't know.
It is a big deal.
I keep dropping in on Eternity from time to time because of you pretty much, and I notice that they're always doing something to help promote the community with like, if you participate and do something to support the community, we have Eternity tokens for you.
Literally, like the one essay contest thing that you were talking about, how like it was like to write about like eternity and stuff, and that they would give you, like, they have contests, they have airdrops, like lots of stuff.
I think the newest one is that since they took an upgrade, that if you go ahead and make a technical video of how to do something or use the new protocols or something, that they'll pay you in eternity. I think that was the tweet or something I had seen.
Yeah, they're moving so fast, and they're developing so fast that the instructional tutorials become out of date after a while.
Right.
And they're looking for community help because their development staff is so busy working on the protocol and the browser wallet and the base app that things come outdated. And this is gonna not be such a problem after this year. They've done 2 upgrade hard forks this year already, and they have a third scheduled in December. And they've just been pushing really fast, but unfortunately the apps haven't been developed. But I mean, the September hard fork is the last one this year, the 3 this year, and that's going to end the migration phase from the Ethereum based tokens to the mainnet. So I'm looking forward to that being over and not having to tell people how to migrate, because it's a little bit of a stressful process.
Samantha's giving hand signals over here.
Sign language.
Sign language. Oh, you have to run in the house real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're losing Samantha for a moment, so hold up over there in the chat. Well, actually, you should probably go ahead and start commenting in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking. Ask some questions for Josh so that when Samantha comes back, she can bring your voice to air. Don't put her out of business. This is what she's mainly here for. So what do you see for the future of Eternity? Like, I understand that, you know, they are working hard over there. We do see them up there in the top 100 of the list. They're trying to get the community involved with it by helping us, you know, get them to promote the projects as well, which is awesome. You know, I like to see community involvement. I like it when I can get involved with the projects and help out. I seen that they had went through and I had shared one of your videos and they had come through and commented on it, which I thought was really nice because usually, you know, you don't get that interaction, and the interaction coming back, it's motivating, you know, especially with you wanting to make YouTube videos about Eternity, them talking to you, that would keep me going. I wish Bitcoin could send me a message and say, Eugene, good job, because I mean, that'd keep me going for a year straight.
Yeah, it is really nice. Some of the team members, I'll like post a video on Reddit and then they'll like repost me in the forum and say, as tradition, Josh's angle on this video. And some of the team members have tipped me a little bit, or I've done a bounty here and there, and that's nice. The team's accessible, and that they're cool people. So yeah, the team support really means a lot, as I kind of make this more of a regular thing.
That is I don't know, I do like that.
So as we're moving towards the end of the year, everyone's expecting the price of Bitcoin to come up, right? We're sitting here and we've been debating on if we're going to have an altcoin season. What's your thoughts on this? Do you think that we're going to have an altcoin season? And then if we do have an altcoin season, the concept has come up that it's only going to be select altcoins and not just, you know, the whole array of them like it's been before in the past. Do you think Eternity is one of them? Do you think that they're ready to take the next leap and start becoming noticed and come up in value again?
Yeah, I think Eternity has a good shot at gaining some of these altcoin season profits. They're a very serious project. They're definitely not a scam. They're developing lots of stuff as we speak, and I don't know if it's going to come. I guess the common theory is once Bitcoin sort of hits a peak and stabilizes for a long time, then altcoins will sort of slingshot. But I really don't know. I'm mostly in Bitcoin at this point, so
right.
maybe
So
at some point.
Sorry, buddy. So as everyone has, you know, weathered the winter here, you went ahead and re-diversified a little bit, came back more towards Bitcoin and a little less from the altcoins.
Yeah, I got lucky and I bought a few things. I bought because I was all in Eternity for a little while, and then I bought about at the beginning of this year. I bought some Binance Coin, Monero, and Waves. The Waves I sold for Stellar, but didn't hold too long, and the Monero and the Stellar I sold for Bitcoin. at a pretty good time. So I made some money on those things. I haven't made much money on Eternity. They're basically at the yearly lows. But
What was its all-time high? Like, how much? I know that you said it was like 3 cents in the beginning, but like, what's the highest it's been?
Eternity, about a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, was at about $5.
Oh,
And now it's
wow.
at like 31 cents. So I've taken quite a bath. But
I mean, you're also talking the same as XRP holders. I mean, we've seen XRP up around the $3 mark, and now they're looking at 30 something cents as well.
yeah, Data Dash says XRP is a momentum play. I don't know. I think the foundation holds too much of the supply. I think they hold like 60% of the supply.
Yeah.
So it's a little sketchy.
I think when it comes down to some of these real fundamentals, like stuff like that, I think that they're not going to be factors until later. A lot of people are speculating so much right now that they disregard those factors because they're not looking to hold that long. And if we are looking even longer with things like Facebook making Libra coin and knowing that other FANG corporations are going to be coming out with cryptocurrency, they could be really do away with the ideal of, XRapid and Stellar. I mean, who are these banks going to want to follow? Whose cryptocurrency are they going to want to take? Are they going to want to take Amazon's cryptocurrency? Or are they going to want to take XRP that's been out here for 6 or 7 years and still hasn't gained adoption?
Yeah, it's a smorgasbord. Everybody's gonna pile in, and it's gonna be a little bit overwhelming, I think. But I don't see the government being able to really regulate it when the Supreme Court has said money is kind of like speech, and we have free speech. So,
well, but then they came out and they said that technically we have free speech, but we're not writing Bitcoin code. We're utilizing the code, and utilizing the code that's not speech. It's not protected in the same manner.
That's unfortunate.
I'm there with Josh with them.
I mean, I don't think that they're going to be able to do anything about it. I think Data Dash was also the one that was saying at this point in time, the best thing they can hope for is to stifle the development, stifle the adoption, stifle the innovation of it, through regulation. But it's an inevitable at this point that at some point cryptocurrency is going to take over, and we're going to have a digital currency for the world instead of all of these different nation-backed debt currencies.
Yeah, money of the people. I'm gonna jump on the Andreas Antonopoulos bandwagon and say state, corporations, and people. Like, we'll all just kind of schmooze together, I guess.
I mean, that is one smart man. So yes, I will jump on his bandwagon as well.
I'm digging this new setup here, Samantha. I mean, there's a lot of wires, and there's a lot. I mean, we got a laptop, we got an extra monitor that's pretty big. We got a light, we got an extension cord, a circuit breaker, a camera, a tripod. We're going to have the new camera here soon. We thank everybody that donated for that. I didn't check your account. Oh, no, it's Sunday. That's why. Yeah. Tomorrow the money will be there, and I'll get to order it.
It should either be tomorrow or Tuesday. I mean, yes, it should be anytime now.
All right.
So Google AdSense, it takes
I don't see anything going on over there in the chat. Is there anybody out there with us tonight? Are you guys out there? Are you in the chat? Please don't lurk in the dark. Comment. Let us know what you got going on. Ask Josh some questions. Have you heard of Eternity? Do you know anything about it? Do you got thoughts about what's happening right now in the Bitcoin cryptocurrency space? What do you think the price is going to do? Are we going to move upwards to $12,000 and beyond? We've seen the weekends have been kind of a slump, and they've been pumping up on the week. So, I mean, are we going to wake up tomorrow and the price is just going to be moon bound, or are we going to be seeing sideways action as we've seen another technical analysis moving towards August? All right, shake that magic 8 ball, because nobody really has an answer on none of that.
I don't know. I think we're going to be up around, have a solid support at 16,000 by the end of the year. I hope. I don't know.
That would be good.
So Josh's prediction is for a $16,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2019.
December-ish. Okay, we can. Come on, people. I mean, we're for at least a little while now holding pretty steady at not breaking down past 10.
Well, I mean,
very
let's see. Where are
long.
we at? We're having trouble getting on the other side of 11 because it feels like if we break 11, we're shooting straight to 12. And then I guess I would see the next big barrier coming in around 15 psychologically. So I'm sure that that one would get some sideways action as well. But I mean, you guys know me. I don't do technical analysis where you draw lines on the chart. I sit there and I think about human nature. Where's Bitcoin been? What's going to hold it back? I like to look at the mirror multiple because, hey, when that number is higher than the 1.39, we know that you're more than likely going to see Bitcoin come back down a little bit. And when you look at Google Trends, that's kind of a good indicator of, are we getting new people? Because if we're not getting new people, there's not a new influx of money. So it's just seesawing back and forth between some altcoin and Bitcoin.
Well, Potter Lowe says that he is a new subscriber of Josh's.
Paul Rouleau.
Yes. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we're closing in on that 30-minute mark.
Yes.
I guess, do you want to talk a little bit about this other project that we were thinking about, maybe, Josh, or you want to hold off on that still?
Oh, the darknet stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've been thinking about, or I've mentioned a couple times over the last few days that I was thinking about expanding the show around here, and I've reached out to Josh here besides just this interview, and I've thought about, getting him to become part of this, or pretty much requesting politely if he would like to help tutor us a little bit in what is the dark web and deep web, and what's the difference between these, and how do you go about getting on it, and is it really as illegal as you think it is?
I don't think it's illegal to just look at it.
Nope. I've started doing some research, like I had told you, and it's not illegal to get on it. It's not illegal to go look at any of the websites. The illegal part usually comes in with purchasing of these things. And originally, the government is the one that made the Tor network. It was part of DARPA. They needed a way to be able to have all their spies communicating secretly with each other, but it was easy to pick it out because they were the only people on the network. So they gave it to the public so that they would have a lot of traffic for the spies to be able to hide their communications inside of. In case you didn't know.
I mean, I don't know. It's to realize that not everything that you're told is what it is, and it's not really that scary.
Well, I mean, I've been digging into it the last couple of days here, and it's just not as user friendly. It's not as easy to access. You're not like, the links are not prominent. They're not showing you where to go. Half of them are broken. People aren't easily giving out the information of what you're looking for, and it's just like the cryptocurrency space. 85% scams.
Yep. One scam that I've seen is if there's a new vendor and they have like every drug available at really good prices, and you want to buy from them, but it's like, if they have just one or two things, maybe it's more trustworthy and maybe you can take a risk on a new vendor. But if they have everything at too good to be true prices,
right? It's like, how do you have the cornucopia?
Yeah, right. Like, how are you like the drug dealer that is the shit?
Yeah. I have one of everything, everybody.
Now,
bargain prices.
As we do move forward into this topic, and we're looking to try to maybe do a bi-weekly show on this, it's not just going to be about the drug markets. Like, it does seem like that is a very large part of it. There's a lot of markets. When you go looking at it, that's where there's a lot of users. There's a lot of vendors. It is like, I am going to have to say at least half of what I have found out there already.
But you were also saying it was other stuff.
There is other stuff as well. There's ways to be able to be a whistleblower and turn in documents. There is a way to be able to just chat about things that you may want to keep private, like health issues, sexual problems, things that you just wouldn't want. There's also a dark Facebook if you want to have a Facebook account and be able to access it, because like in China, you can't have Facebook.
Oh, okay. Okay. See, but so that, I mean, it's not all bad stuff.
Nope, but you guys will have to hold out for more of this. We'll dig deeper into this topic. You'll be able to start finding these episodes. They're going to be labeled #dark markets, #Bitcoin and coffee. That's how I was thinking about titling these things until, and we're going to be trying to get Josh and begging and pleading with him to try to get him on the show because we're always looking for help around here at Bitcoin and Coffee. Me and Samantha have been cracking away at this for about 2 years now. And we're always looking for help, right? We're looking for people to come help us design flyers for the next adventure that we go on here, which is going to be to Mulberry Mountain in the Ozark region. We're looking for people to interview, like Josh is, talk about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, whatever you got going on in the space. We're also looking for people to be able to make thumbnails, timestamps, hang out with us, all that good stuff, right?
Flyers.
We said the flyers.
T-shirt. I don't care. Anything. God, anything.
Coming and talking in the chat's great too. It keeps the show going, right? It makes it feel more like a community. The more we talk, the more people get involved, the better the show is, the more people that want to come and join in. And ultimately, all of this is about Bitcoin adoption, right? Spreading awareness for cryptocurrency, avoiding the scams. And I provide a free help desk. You know, there's not a lot of people that do that. I know people will charge you 0.1 and 0.01 Bitcoin to get some answers for simple things like, how do I set up my hardware wallet? Well, I'm not going to charge you anything. I love doing that stuff. I love helping out Bitcoin because Bitcoin's helped me out so much.
I know, that's just like ridiculous, but okay. James Benhart says Bitcoin's price matches up with the past gold price chart. That Crypto Savvy does a good job showing the charts, apparently, of the comparison of Bitcoin and gold.
I've seen the overlay. It does look pretty good. I mean, I would like to see it follow along. And I mean, it's in a nice upward direction you see coming up in the pattern. It's just that it's so unpredictable. And I always come back to, I don't want to get my hopes too high because it is a matter of awareness. It is a matter of adoption.
I don't know. I kind of go with like TA is like the horrible psychiatric like blot test loveliness. Like, I mean, you can kind of make a comparison and find a pattern if you really want to, and that is the problem. Is it's like, yeah, I can see a Head and Shoulders and a Bart Simpson like in almost everything. What does that mean? And Paul Rillo says the dark web unboxing videos have been a huge craze.
They have been. Like when I went searching, you know,
didn't even know that one.
All right, just quick example. Like I went on the internet, right? And of course, I didn't start off in Tor. I was like, I'm a video person, so of course, I went to YouTube and I just typed in dark web and I put the filter to be in the last year, and I just started going through it. And it's all about Tor at first and everything, and then everybody under the sun has a mystery unboxing that they bought from the dark web and how it went horribly wrong.
Well, I mean, I guess that the shock and awe when the officers could, like, you know, you would really not know what was in there. It could be all like, oh my God, really?
I mean, they even got me to click on one, and like the guy pulls out a backpack, and supposedly, based on what this guy's saying, there's a name written on the bottom of the kid's backpack, and the backpack was supposed to have been of a kid that was actually missing.
Oh, Lord, right.
And it's like, this is a big publicity stunt. So once again, this is why I kind of want to talk about these dark web, dark markets, and all of this stuff, because they are going hand in hand with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. You know, that is what's making these things run. Without Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, these things really wouldn't be existing to the extent that they're existing now. But they're being painted in this horrible light. And they're really not as bad as what they're being painted out to be. Yes, there are bad things happening, but what is the percentage of the bad things compared to the percentage of everything else?
So
and
it's
then
just kind of like dirty Google, like, you know, like.
The other thing is that it has a lot to do with the war on drugs, and that is always a matter of personal opinion and preference. I've always kind of felt that once you start telling someone, no, you can't have this, no, you can't have that, it makes human nature is to want it more.
Right? Even if it's the cookie. Like, dude, I'm getting that cookie.
Yeah.
Like, you're not smacking my hand enough times for me to not grab the cookie.
All right. Do we got anything else going on over there in the chat? Eugene reminds me of, I can't read that. Tay Zombie today?
Tay Zonde.
I don't know. That light is apparently a little too intense. I should have move that a little further away.
Now you're just blinding me, bro.
So is there anything else you want to talk about, Josh, before we go ahead and start wrapping up this episode?
I don't know. You guys know my girlfriend Katie a little bit. Hi, Katie.
Hi,
I love
Katie.
you. I just wanted to say I showed her like you guys show, and I showed her a little bit of Crypto Daily at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a
And
funny man.
he's funny.
Yes.
Yeah. And the first video I showed her was happened that he was like mega whales this or doing that, and Katie was all like, "I want to be a mega whale," and that was just so funny.
I want to be a mega whale too. Like, I do think. Yes.
We all have dreams of being mega whales here in the
Hopefully, one
cryptocurrency
Bitcoin
space.
makes you a whale.
Right?
Someday it will. Someday.
Just gotta hold out.
I mean, that's the problem, right? It's to get between here and there without somebody, doing some little magical money dance in front of your face and making you want to get rid of your Bitcoin for whatever fiat dollars they're trying to give you.
I'd be okay with being an orca. Okay, not even just. I mean, a small whale. It would be okay.
See, I think the bigger problem is going to become, all right, Bitcoin's 10,600 today, right? That's a long ways from where we were when it was $700 when we got into it. We can take our profit. We could walk away from all of this. We did good. The harder problem is going to be is when it's like $100,000 and you're like still waiting for the million. And it's like, I could get out right now and still buy the small boat and go out in the water and never come back. But I really want the big yacht.
We're all gonna be on the yacht someday. Screw Lambos. Yacht.
I'm gonna sell some when it hits 100,000, but I'm holding out for the million. Definitely.
That is a good plan, Josh.
That's why I'm always complaining around here saying that we need to get like so many bags that we can drop them off all along the way. And eventually at some point it'll put us above everything else so that one of these bags we drop off will make the 9 to 5s either stop or not be so bad or, switch down to part-time.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
2 days a week, something. That'd be awesome. Crypto Coin says, hey, that's the rapper, dude. So apparently, Tay is on the way.
you got a fan out there, my man.
He says, that's a rapper. So apparently, we are too old to realize who the hell this person is.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's because it's not our music. Remember, we're EDM guys.
Oh, and Crypto Cleanse says that Josh reminds him of the Jacqueline Phoenix. Yep. I don't know even how to say it. It's Jaqueen or something. But yes, it's River Phoenix's older brother. It's the guy from Signs. This actually came up the first interview. Because you do. I'm sorry, but there is a resemblance, okay? But it's the guy from
the older brother with the baseball bat.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Sting,
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
All right. I don't know actors' names. I only know their names from the
anything.
movies.
Yes, he doesn't know lyrics to songs or names of people.
I know the lyrics once I hear the music playing. I know all the words to the songs once I hear the music notes, but without the notes, I don't know any of it.
And yeah. He is tone deaf, so you don't want to hear him say what he thinks the lyrics go to.
All right, well, we're way off cryptocurrency.
And Katie says hi and whale. Woo.
Katie, I'm really glad that you come out here. I'm glad that you've been able to become one of our friends and that Josh has turned you on to cryptocurrency. Your life's going to be better for it.
I'm glad you like
right?
us.
I mean,
Yay.
This is what we've been doing for a while now is trying to turn people onto Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, because if we can get you to just take a look at it, even if this isn't the time that gets you on board, it's going to get you there eventually, right? Because I had heard of Bitcoin before we had started. Everybody hears of Bitcoin before they get into it. You have to hear about it a couple times. Curiosity kills the cat. It's always going to be, once you start getting some sort of an education in Bitcoin, there's some aspect of it for everybody. If it's not the decentralization, if it's not the taking power away from, the government and the US dollar, then it's the fact that, hey, you could get a Lambo in the future if you buy enough of it right now because it's such early days.
All right. Third day, Zach Bandera.
Zach Bandera, thanks for getting out here, buddy. I appreciate it.
He says, is it Tay See, no, whatever the rapper dude, okay? Isn't he the chocolate rain guy? So I don't know. We're now going to have to Google this thanks to you, Crypto Cleanse, because we have no freaking clue who you're talking about. Watch it be someone famous that you just literally are like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, if I started hearing the music, I'd know who it was. Yeah, probably.
Yes. All right, and Katie says life is better with crypto.
Life is better with crypto.
It is.
Maybe that's what we should do for the next flyer. Katie,
right?
Are you any good at graphic designs? You want to get in on this? We're going to make you and your man there part of our Bitcoin and coffee community.
I've seen a little bit of your Facebookness.
Yeah, we went creeping on your Facebook.
You're looking like you might be a little artsy fartsy. Come on, come on.
She's great. She's great.
All right.
Okay. Oh, apparently Crypto Cleanse says, yes, that is him. There is a resemblance. And he says, Josh is a rapper. That's what I meant. And Zach Madero says he's a YouTuber, not a rapper. Oh, for the love of God. And James Manhart says, just 5 months ago, we were at 4K. And Bitcoin and coffee was still going strong. Yay. Yes, we don't stop.
Yeah, I mean, when we started the show, I think Bitcoin was just barely over $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I can't say that, I haven't gotten smarter, because I know in the beginning I said a few things that I will regret, right? About altcoins and getting invested. I at least never got involved in an ICO of any kind. I've always promoted hardware wallets. I did get mixed up in cloud mining for a bit, but I happened to have gotten out at the right time. So, I mean, I'm just a regular person. I'm willing to admit all my faults. If YouTube didn't take down any of my videos, they're still up there. You can go back and see my mistakes. You can see how horrible it was in the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
All right. So is that going to do it here, Samantha?
Katie says, I'll help as much as I can.
Oh, right. Hey, any help is some good help, because let me tell you, we don't get a lot of help around here at Bitcoin and Coffee. You may see some of those videos where it says like 5,000 and 6,000 views, but that was a long time ago back in the bull market. That's a long ways from where we are now.
This is fun. I like talking to another person, Josh. I like talking to you.
Eugene.
Well,
I gotta say, your thumbnails get cut off sometimes at the top and the bottom. You gotta size that shit right. It's not a
big deal. So you don't have a title, or half the word is gone. Yeah.
A little bit. It happens sometimes. It happens to me too. I know how it is.
I know. Now you throw that stuff up in like 2 minutes. You're like, bam, bam, bam.
Yep.
Maybe put it in the middle, so there's no way. Like,
I don't know. I mean, I've been making that intro stuff that you do right before you make the video. Like, I used to spend forever getting it all and trying to make it perfect and all this other stuff. And it didn't seem like it made a difference. I would sit there for 30 minutes trying to come up with a clickbait title, hoping that I would get more subscribers. Now I just say, frig it. Everything's hashtag Bitcoin and Coffee, crypto news, and the date. No need to mess around. I mean, at this point, I see that what's going to make a difference with this channel and this community is the sharing, is the liking, is stuff like that. I could name the video whatever. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to be what makes or breaks getting new people to come to the channel and enjoy what's happening. It's the community that's already here, getting friends to come in and being like active in the chat.
Like, I mean, yes, like how you just tell someone else and they watch us because, yeah, like, I don't know, there's too much. Like,
there is too much out there in the cryptocurrency space.
Click on anything.
All right. Is that going to do it for this episode, Samantha?
Well, you can see the chat.
I can see the chat. It's pretty small, though.
See, look at that.
LOL, I'll help as much as I can.
That was
all right.
That was the Katie.
All right, you guys. I appreciate you guys coming out here. I want you to go over. I want you to subscribe to Josh's channel. I want you to give his last video a thumbs up. I couldn't find your Twitter handle, buddy, so I just linked everybody over to your YouTube. You should go ahead and put a little link underneath your video if you got a Twitter or social media or email that they can hit you up at. Besides that, you guys, I got my own email. I have links to those down below. There's a Proton email there now if you want to hit me up anonymously. Like I said, Josh is going to be joining in with us. We're going to be trying to start up a dark web episode bi-weekly. episodes on that. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing those live or not. We still have to work out some of the details. Besides that, we're going to be going strong as we have been with Bitcoin and Coffee cryptocurrency episodes nightly, just about 7, 8 o'clock. What else we got going on, Samantha? Anything? Donational addresses down below for the Tally Fund. Links to other social media platforms.
Comments, I mean,
yep. All the good stuff. And remember, keep that BTC safe. Later.
Bye, guys.
Peace.